Okay, hello class. Today I will teach you how can we produce PFD using Visio. Okay, from this you can see I already opened my Visio Professional. So I will prepare the PFD based on the example discussed earlier, which is the reaction of toluene and hydrogen to produce benzene. So we have, that from the previous example, we have two input and two output. Input is toluene and also hydrogen, and the output is fuel gas and the benzene. Benzene is our main product. So once you open your Visio, okay, before we proceed to the PFD, we should identify what are the equipments involved in this process. So we have a reactor, we have a separator to separate vapor and a liquid, and also we have a distillation column. Okay, this is the main equipment involved in the process. So from this Visio, okay, you can scroll down more shape here. So you can see this is based on, we have a mind shape, business, engineering, a flow chart, general, maths, and flow plans, and so on and so forth. So basically, we will just involve with the engineering part. So for the engineering, we have electrical, mechanical, and process engineering. So to produce PFD, okay, you may refer to process engineering. We have a few group or types of the equipment, classification of the equipment here. So we have general equipment, heat exchanger, pump, vessel, instrument, pipeline, process annotation, and valve and fitting. So for this PFD, basically we use all the group of equipment. So what you're gonna do is maybe you just click here, it will represent on the left side. So you just click everything here, so easier for you to grab the equipment later. So the first step in producing PFD is to identify the equipment in your process. And then after that, because we're gonna drag the equipment first before we connect the equipment via the pipeline. So from the example, we know that the equipment we have is reactor. So reactor is categorized under vessels. So just type vessel here and then scroll down to see more results. So what are the required vessel? We require a reactor. So basically you can see here, these are the only reaction vessel that is shown here. So you can also choose this one as well. Otherwise, if you already finalize your process design, so you may customize your the design of the reactor. So you can also draw your reactor. So maybe you need to have a vessel. So this is the general vessel. So maybe you need to insert the heating element here. So you can play around with the customized reactor. So in this project, I will choose a typical reaction vessel here. So I'm not sure whether the latest version have a more design on the reactor. If have, you may refer to that, or maybe you can choose the design as well. But in my Visio, I only have this kind of the available design on the vessel or the reactor that I can choose. So I choose this one. I don't want to make any customized reactor at the moment. So I just proceed to this typical reactor design. Okay, and then after that, we have a separator, right? To separate gas and also liquid. So I just choose a vessel, the common vessel here. And then we have another is distillation column. So for the distillation column, you may choose either column here or you have 3 columns. So at the one example, I would like to choose this one. So just drag a bit so the collar is much taller than other equipment. And we have, okay, these are the general equipment. So we have toluene insert or inlet into the process, right? So how can we draw the symbol of the inlet toluene? So go to the, delete this first and then go to the more shape. Okay, you may choose basic or general. We have basic shape. Okay, so you can see here, because I would like to draw the inlet symbol, so you may choose maybe semicircle here. So I have two semicircles, so just rotate it and then make a smaller a bit, and then I have another. Okay, maybe I delete it first. Okay, so I just copy the same shape, so rotate it, because we know that for the inlet we should have the difference is the color, right? So inlet have the, okay, so group this. You may group this one, okay, and then maybe okay, a little bit smaller. Okay, so we have two inlet. So we have two inlet and also two outlet. So just range play around with. Okay, so for the outlet we have this kind of the, okay, so we have outlet 1 and outlet 2. So toluene will be inserted into a vessel, right? Vessel. So just type vessel here. Okay, and then I will choose carrying vessel. Okay, so we have this one. Okay, and then so toluene insert into this, and then we require pump to transfer the into a heater. So we require heater first. So you just take heater or maybe heat exchanger. So we have, okay, so I choose this type. Okay, and then we have preheater. So we require fire heater. Okay, so we require fire heater. After this, the heater. So you may double check with the example given on the PFD. So I have fire heater, heat exchanger. This is the preheater before we insert into the heater, and after that go to the reaction. And then we have a vessel, two vessels basically, because one for the high pressure vessel, and the second is for low or medium pressure vessel. And then we have distillation column. Okay, before we can both separator have the outlet of a fuel gas, so it will combine the piping to have a fuel gas here. So what we gonna do? Okay, we already have. Okay, how about pump? So I require pump here. So pump, just type pump and then scroll down. Okay, you can see we have a few type of pump here, but we do not have the pump like we have on the existing PFD. I'm gonna choose the centrifugal pump because centrifugal pump can transfer the liquid. Okay, so I have a pump here. So at this pump, so you just name as P101A/B. So we know that we have two basically pump here. So okay, how to connect all the equipment? We have a piping, so pipeline. So we have a major pipeline. So this is insert into the vessel, and then we require pump too. So you just drag it. Okay, connect to pump, and then after that from pump we should insert into the heat exchanger first. Oops. Okay, so make sure. Okay, and then after that, insert into the heat exchanger before we proceed to the fire heater. Okay, this is the product at the upper. So we have the fire heater. Straight we go to the reactor. So after that, because we have higher temperature after the reactor, so we require a heat cooling medium. Or heat is still categorized under heat exchanger. And then after that here, and then we have connect with the piping line, and maybe the product at the bottom. So move into the cooler first. After that, we have a vessel, and then we move to the next vessel, maybe at the bottom. Insert into this. Okay, and then we have another liquid from the vessel. We move to the tower. So okay, and then after that, we have a product benzene at the bottom right. No, sorry, at the upper, because toluene will be recycled back. Toluene from the steel or the tower will be recycled back to the vessel heat exchanger. So maybe you decide to have shell and tube. So okay, maybe for the condenser you decide to have a shell and tube. So you just choose this one, or maybe at the bottom on the tower you require a kettle boiler. So you just insert this one. Okay, this is a reboiler, the reboiler. And then we require a condenser. So maybe you choose this one, or you can also choose the symbol, this one, the symbol as well. So it depends. Basically, no issue. If you are not confirmed what type of your heat exchanger equipment yet, so you just use the same symbol. I mean, for all heat exchanger, heating medium, you use the common symbol heat exchanger. And then we have, so maybe I choose condenser here. So, and then after that, we have another vessel, right? One. Okay, maybe a bit smaller. And we have condenser. Okay, and then we have a heater. So connect with the piping line. So maybe this one, insert into this, and then maybe insert into the vessel, and then the product here at the recycle bag, which we require pump. Sorry, we use this is a liquid. Usually we can use either inline pumps and sugar pumps. So let's okay. This is, you may rotate it. Okay, so make it smaller. Okay, so I have piping line and measure. So maybe minor also can be. Okay, so okay, and then we will connect to pump, and then we have connect to the okay. So maybe you can rearrange it. Okay, And then for the reboiler, so the concept of reboiler is the area for heating in medium. So the product from the bottom of the tower will move to this area, this part. As you can see here, the weir here, weir in this reboiler will be, so basically in a reboiler, so maybe I clear first. Okay, in reboiler, so the bottom will insert into this one, and then it will, okay, this is for the product. Okay, this is how it works. So steam will be insert here, and then outside here. So it will recirculate for the heating medium, or heating, maybe you use steam or you use the hot water. So depend on the temperature you control here. So from the tower, it will insert into this area, and then to ensure that we supply enough liquid or enough fluid from the bottom part, so that's why it should pass the weir part here. So let me clear the drawing first. Okay, so okay, for the reboiler. Okay, so we have reboiler. So here. So the product from the bottom of this tower will be transferred into the reboiler, and then it will circulate. So we need another piping. So we have this, and then it will be recycled here. So the product, okay, so I just make an arrangement here. So the product from this reboiler will be inserted into the heat exchanger. Okay, and then to cool the toluene first before it insert into the vessel. So we have another piping to connect of the toluene from the cooler to the return or recycle back to this box. Recycle back to the vessel. So it's connected here. So just do the rearrangement. Okay. Ensure that all the equipment is well arranged. So I just drag, and then okay. So you can see here, okay, this is our PFD at the moment. Okay, so we have here, so this is the basic PFD that I prepared. So we have this is the combustion unit. So basically we also have another gas here, combustion product. So we require a piping as well. So the product from this, so the product from the combustion unit. Okay, we have fuel gas, which is obtained from the separation of the liquid and vapor. Okay, so far this is our overall PFD. Okay, next we're gonna proceed to the control system. So I will show to you one area from one unit of the equipment that can we produce the control system. Okay, so let's choose a reactor. We know that on the reactor, temperature has a significant effect, which is we should control the temperature in the reactor to ensure that we can achieve the maximum conversion, or eventually it lead to the higher yield produced in the from the reaction. To proceed with the control system, so you type the instrument first. Okay, and then we have indicator. So you just drag indicator here, and then right click. You can see set instrument type. So I have the element, temperature element, and then this is number 01. I just put 01. Okay, why we should have a numbering for control system? Because once we finish a PFD with a numbering of the control system, okay, we will pass this document to instrument engineer. The instrument engineer will prepare the instrumentation diagram, which is instrument engineer will calculate the digital outlet, digital output, digital inlet, manual output, and also the manual inlet to produce the diagram related to the instrumentation. So basically, he will calculate the signal number from this control system. So we have TE, then it will connected to the so right click, set instrument is the indicator, right? The indicator, and then we have temperature alarm low and high, EAH, and also so we have EAL, and then after that we have TIC to connect to the control path. So we have TIC control element, IC. Okay, so where should we control the flow? Where should we control the temperature? So maybe we can insert a control valve here on the pipeline. So we have control. Okay, so you can see here. So I choose diaphragm. So I choose diaphragm, and then it will connect to the IC. Okay. And then I have the E. Just this line. Okay, so we have here straight line. So okay. Then we have the I connected to the TI. Then also we have the AH and the AL, temperature alarm low. Okay, and then after that, this line will be connected to the IC, that the IC we control. Or we can also insert the Y into this. We have, okay, so we have the IC, and then we also have dy, another is dy, not to the control valve. So we have dy here, change to y. So DIC, okay, this one, we connect to this. Okay, we have a a line here. So choose the dash line. Then we have, this is dash line. Okay, TY to control bar is the pneumatic line. So choose this one to control bar. Okay, dash type is the pneumatic. Pneumatic line. Okay, so you may choose pneumatic line. Okay, this is just connect between this. So this is how we, okay, example, if you have a space limitation, so instead of having T element and T indicator separately, so you just delete the I, so you insert, so delete this one, so you just insert TT. So basically TT or temperature transmitter is consists of temperature element and temperature indicator. So we have the temperature transmitter transmit the signal whether it reach level alarm or high, alarm high, and then after that transfer the signal to transmit the signal to temperature indicator controller before it transfer to the computer output, temperature computer output to give a signal to a control bar whether it should increase the range or lower the range. So this is how we produce the process diagram. So you may try this to other equipment, what kind of the process control that we can perform to whether it based on the safety aspect or whether we need to achieve the higher result or depend on the process actually. So you should choose the control system wisely, because if you have too many control system without any proper justification, it will cost us to design this process line. And then after that, the last part is, okay, so maybe you can insert the valve. Valve also another instrumentation that you can insert into this. Okay, so let me choose the valve. Okay, so maybe I choose a ball valve. So just put the valve here. So just copy paste and put all the appropriate location that you think we should have a valve. So maybe we should have a valve at the bottom. This is the, okay, I will not finish PFD, but I will explain to you only how can we produce the PFD. So the rest you may insert the name of the equipment. So just list all the equipment at the top of the PFD. So we have heater, we have fire heater. So this is fire heater, and so on, to try to list everything, each equipment here. So this is the basic PFD that we can produce from this process. So I hope that you can learn how can we produce PFD with a basic control system that you can apply it at least to produce a simple project, and later you can apply this knowledge on your plant design. Okay, bye.